Howdy, everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to the Card Dungeon. So today we're going to be talking about, well, this is part 2 of some sponge sorcery. We just pulled that right out of the air like that. Now here's the interesting thing about these sponges. You can actually place them in the hand. Okay, but if you give it a little blow, it will in fact disappear and reappear inside the pocket. Yes. Let's show you that one more time. We're going to place it into the hand. And then we're going to tap, tap, tap. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. Yes, it is in fact in the hand. We actually did place it into the hand. Okay, and how did we do that? Well, by having 2 balls. Yep, we actually had 2 of them all along. Magic, right? Okay, so what if we were to disappear this one into the hand, then we'll give you this one. Now this is going to go into your hand right here. Now from all the way across the room, what has disappeared from this hand and appeared in this cup? And there is the first part of the sponge sorcery. Now in the book, sponge sorcery, just as a refresher for you guys, just a refresher. So there's no like parts in the book. That's just where we stopped last time. So here we are doing our Kickstarter call to action, day number 6. We're just doing lives. We're doing lives for people. I don't even know if anybody's on. Let's jump over and take a look. Looks like we are not even... Oh, here we go. We're chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Unable to reconnect chat. Maybe chat is there now. Yeah, so that was the opener to sponge sorcery. Anyway, let's go ahead and open this up here. I should have it saved to the page. For sponge sorcery, we're going to be doing some more sponge action for you today. And of course, we will be plugging... why don't we take a look at it? It's been... we didn't look at it in the last couple of lives. Let's look at it here. Here we go. Trying to get that vocal range going because I haven't been feeling good, so I needed to get some movement in my voice. And if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, well, that helps me out too, I guess. Here we go. So, artist playing cards. Playing. See, a museum in your pocket, 73% funded, 5 days to go, 14,000. We got to get these numbers up. Maybe we can do something else here today while we're going about it here. Let's see if we can go live on Instagram, maybe, or maybe we're gonna put a post up on Instagram, letting people know that we were actually live. Let's see here. Post. Let's see here. Yeah. How do we want to do this? How do we want to do this, guys? We're trying to get some people on here. Nobody is on here currently, so obviously that doesn't help us. But we want to take a quick little picture of us here. Ha-ha! I don't know if that's any good. Either way, let's go over to Instagram. We're going to post on Instagram. The old gram post. There's somebody here. Fantastic. So we're just posting on Instagram. We're trying to get more people. Oh, they already jumped back off. That's okay. I don't know if I'm not sure exactly what's happening with the stream or how well my internet is holding up. I have decent internet. The problem is it's on the other side of the house, and I'm still trying to migrate it to where I'm at. We are live on YouTube. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah. Learning Sponge Sorcery from Mark Wilson. Haha. We'll see if anybody joins us. And if you do join us, just go ahead and click the button there. We'll see how it goes. We just posted that on Instagram and possibly even over to Facebook. Okay, so where were we? Let's see. Flight to the pocket. Vanishes in the pocket. Comes back out. You've got it in the hand. You've got him in both hands. Ba-ba-bop. Ba-ba-bop, ba-ba-bop, ba-ba. Down to here. Perfect. We're here. All the way down to here. You put it into their hand. Now instruct him to close his fingers. He opens up, open up, open up, boom. Okay, so that was on 23. Now we're moving on to 24. Transposition in your hands. Okay, take both sponges from the spectator and place them on the table in front of you about 12 inches apart. Then turn your hands palm up. Openly place the back of your hands on top of the sponges as shown. This is the starting position for the next series of moves. Okay, let's move this forward. That way we've got some space here. Boom, that's where we're at. The following steps, 25 through 36, are a clever sequence of moves designed to confuse and amaze the spectator. Here we go. Let's see. First, raise your hand, your right hand, turn it over, and pick up the sponge that was beneath it in the tips, like so. Boom. So far, so good. This hand is still covering this. Second, without lifting your left hand from the table, rest the sponge in the palm of the left. Very good. Then close your hand into a fist over the right fingers and the sponge. As you do so, say, "The right sponge goes in the left hand. Ho ho!" Then withdraw your right fingers, actually leaving the sponge in the closed hand. Haha. Okay. So actually do the thing that you say you're going to do. Hold on. A lot of information there. I don't want to do that. Third, raise your left fist off the table and pick up the sponge that was beneath it. Same way. Then close your right fingers into a fist around the sponge. Hold your right fist next to your left fist as you say, and the left sponge goes into the right hand. Okay, easy enough, right? Now open two sponges in one in each hand so far. Do the same thing again, unknown to the audience. This trial run is a very important part of the mystery that is about to take place. By first executing this series of moves without any magic, you can result next time. Okay, so what does that look like? Ha-cha! Ha-cha-cha! Wa-cha-cha! Ha-cha! Nya! Okay, not sure what's going on with the sound effects, but we'll just buff that out later. Let's see. Again, place both hands on top in the starting position for the next series of moves. Again, raise your right hand, turn it over, and pick up the sponge beneath it in the tips of your right fingers. Gotcha. Just as you did in step 25. Okay, this is step 31. For those of you following along at home, we are on the Mark Wilson Complete Course in Magic, page 396. We are learning Sponge Sorcery. This is the second part of what we've been doing. We learned the first part and I performed it at the beginning. Now we're adding the next part of that. Let's see. Rest the sponge in the palm of the left hand and close your fingers over your right fingers and the sponge. Again, you say, the right sponge goes into the left hand. This time, however, instead of leaving the sponge in the left hand as you withdraw your right hand, secretly retain the sponge between your right finger, your right thumb, and your finger. Let's see here. Be sure to keep your right fingers together as the audience cannot see the sponge between them. Okay, sounds good. Immediately move your right hand away from your closed left hand, secretly carrying the sponge in your right hand as shown. Direct your complete attention towards your left hand. Oh, as if it really contained the sponge. Gotcha. As your right hand moves away, draw your right thumb inward, moving the sponge slightly deeper into your hand, and it will not be seen where it will not be seen by the spectators. Okay, great. Now raise your left hand with your right fingers. Pick up the sponge, which lays beneath it. When you pick up the left hand sponge, secretly added the palm to it. Okay, just as you did in step 18. So, that's going to look something like this, where you have this here. You're just simply going to place it on a table and pick it up as one. Beautiful. Now, close your right hand in a fist around the two sponges. Hold your right fist next to your left fist, as shown. To the audience, you have apparently just repeated steps 24 through 28, and they think that you now hold one sponge in each hand. Making a crumbling motion with your left hand. Ooh, wow. Open your left hand to show that the sponge has vanished. Then slowly open your right hand, revealing both sponges. It appears as though one sponge has jumped invisibly from your left hand into your right hand. That is quite impressive. Let's go ahead and check Instagram to see if anybody is interested in joining us here. Because I don't know. Who knows? Maybe people haven't seen it yet. Anyway, we are live talking about Sponge Sorcery in the Mark Wilson Complete Course in Magic. Why are we doing this? Because we are doing lives every single day in order to help lift up artists playing cards over on Kickstarter. A museum in your pocket. Go check it out. Okay, so this is the second part so far. You're like this in your hands. Very nice. Lift this up. Place this into your hand. Okay. Nothing has happened so far. That is okay. Let's see if we can do that again. Into the hand it goes. Very nice. Then we're going to take this sponge here into the right hand. Now, we're actually going to bump them a little bit together. And as we squeeze this hand, we're going to start to rotate this hand, and that's going to make this ball disappear from here and appear over here. Wow. Amazing. So I'd like to take a short break here to talk about when it comes to magic of this caliber, okay? Because I actually saw something that was kind of disconcerting. And obviously you can't take to heart what people put on the internet. But I was watching a clip, and I always hate those little snippet clips where people are giving away how a trick is done. I just don't like it. Like, here I am trying to do a tutorial, trying to teach you. We're learning this because I don't even know how to do it right now, and we're learning it together out of the book. This could help you get into magic, first off. If you like me and what I'm saying, or maybe you just want to learn it better, that's great too. Any way that I can help you, that's great. But I'm not just trying to expose magic for the sake of the views. I'm trying to learn stuff here, and I'm trying to build the community. So in this video, one of the comments that was on it stated, why is this second-rate magic on, was it MGT or AMT or whatever it was, the Magic America's Got Talent or something like that. And it just kind of really, maybe because I'm trying to be a magician but just learning magic, the idea that somebody who presumably doesn't even know anything about magic, sees how a simple sponge routine is done and just thinks that's second-rate magic. No. See, I mean, we're talking about the guy that was on there was phenomenal, and the magic is not half bad. So why call it second-rate just because? See, it just doesn't sit right with me. I don't like it. So why go on a video in the first place and then make comments about it? Anyway, sorry, I just had to rant a little bit there. So back to the magic. Let's see. Make crumbling motion. Good. Next part, impossible penetration. Okay, so now we're moving into the next part. Let's practice this move here. We're actually gonna practice it all together now. Okay. So now, if you could actually take a breath there too, which is really nice, and you could actually do that sitting down. So if you wanted to sit down, but you could do it all standing up. So basically, how you would start, you can just, if you feel comfortable, just kind of walk up to somebody and say, "Hey, do you want to see some magic? No? Okay, great. See you later." No, okay, here. Why don't we start with something like this? I see you brought a sponge ball with you, so that's good. Yeah. So what if we do something like this where we make it disappear into the hand? We're just gonna blow on it. Makes it disappear because it's so light and fluffy, right? No, actually, I put it in my pocket. You knew that. So let's go ahead and place it into the hand. We're gonna tap our hands together like this, and it's still over in this hand. I haven't done anything with it. Actually, you know what? I did do something. I actually made a second one up here, so that's pretty cool. So what if we take this and put it into the hand here? And can I get your hand here real quick? Yeah, let's get your hand here real quick. Okay. Now, if I crumble here and we kind of move your hand around, it actually disappears from here and it appears in your hand. Yeah, that's kind of cool. But let's try something a little bit different here. We're actually going to apply a little bit of pressure with the backs of our hands, because the backs of your hands have been known to be a little bit more sensitive to certain things. So if we put the backs of our hands on here like this, okay, very nice, very spongy. We'll put this over here. Very good. Now we're going to take this one, we're going to put it into this hand, and we're going to slowly just kind of bump them together, right? And nothing's happened yet because, no magic has really happened here. Feels pretty good there. Okay. So very nice, very nice. Okay. So now all we got to do is we just got to... we forgot to bump them together. Did you feel that? You feel the transfer of energy as one disappears from this hand and merely appears in the other hand. Very nice. So that full body routine, there's movement happening. There's just whole sensation of it. You can kind of create your own pattern. I like the idea of the sensitivity of it. You brought this with you. Great. Making it disappear. Making it reappear. All that. Good stuff. Good stuff. Ooh. I got so much lag on my thing that ball just appeared at the top here because I was holding it down in here. But then as I started shaking it, that ball actually popped up, and then I can dump it out or just grab them out, and there's two of them in there. So that's kind of cool. Okay, so that is part 2, and we are at 19 minutes. Let's see here. Impossible penetration is a whole nother part here. The spectator's hand revisited. We only like to do about 20 minutes on these, and let's see. Last time we actually went all the way to spectators double, I think, is where we started here. So we started on 24. So we should at least be able to get to 48. But but I think if we go to 44, we'll be good. So now we're going to do the impossible penetration. That's going to give us 2 setups, because I think each of these has like these little chapter markers. So we're going to go, we're at 20 minutes. Nobody's joined us here. I'm kind of, it's making me feel a little sad, because I would have liked to have had some people on here. It looks like Doug Kahn is doing something, a preview for his Magic Camp, so we got to check that out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ah! Just kidding. Here we go. Impossible penetration. Note, if you have been sitting at a table as you perform the trick, you must now stand up. Okay. Good to know. Let's see. Stand up for the next portion of the routine. Steps 36 through 44 are all shown from the spectator's viewpoint. Okay. After the transposition in your hands, place 1 sponge on the table and keep the other sponge in your right hand in position ready for the finger palm vanish. Okay, which the finger palm vanish was what we learned way at the beginning. It's the basically the move thing go. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so standing up. Back to standing. And we're going to have 1 sponge on the table and keep the other hand okay, so basically after we did this move, perfect, we're going to put 1 down there, still have this one here. Let's see here. Execute the finger palm vanish, pretending to place the sponge in your left hand, but actually retaining it in your, and that wasn't a very good vanish. That was not a good vanish at all. That one was not as much better. Let's see. Execute the finger palm vanish, pretending to place the sponge in your left hand, but actually retaining it in your right. Hold your closed left hand in a loose fist, as if it actually contained the sponge, and casually move your right hand with the finger palm sponge. Again, be sure to direct your complete attention to your left hand, and we do that by posturing. Okay, so after we've taken the sponge here and placed it into this hand, everything shifts. This hand goes away. It's lightly, its ball is here. Even use your little wand technique to point to it. Okay. Let's see. Place your left hand, which supposedly contains the sponge, into your left pants pocket as you explain that your clothes are made of a special material. Okay. With that, move your right hand, which secretly holds the other sponge, in front of your left pants pocket. Your left hand is still inside your pocket. Now with your right hand, press the sponge against your pant leg next to where your left hand is inside your pocket. Inside your pocket, your left thumb and finger grasp the sponge through the fabric and hold it between the folds of the cloth so that it conceals from the view of material as shown. As the sponge is in a position, move your right hand away from in front of your pant leg. The pinched section of fabric will look like a fold in. Okay, so now you're like, okay. So having the sponge in your pocket, if you see, we've got it here held nice and loose. Let's see here. The pinched section of fabric will look like a fold in the cloth. Immediately begin a back and forth rubbing with your left fingers at the same time through the fabric. This will cause the sponge to slowly emerge into view as though it were penetrating right through the cloth. Note, this illusion is very effective. Don't worry if the sponge is not completely hidden in the folds of the fabric before you remove your right hand. It will just appear that the penetration of the cloth started when you first placed your right hand on your pants leg. Okay, when the sponge emerges almost totally into view, grasp it, pull it away from your pocket. At the same time, your left hand secretly secures the sponge already in that pocket in the finger palm position. While all the attention is on the sponge in your right hand, remove your left hand from your pocket with the new secret sponge. And there's no possible way that I could have already had a sponge in my pocket. Ha 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 ha! Anyway, good stuff. Good stuff. I love that. The reason why I love that, and let's take a short second here to talk. Corner Pocket from Copeland Magic. Go check it out. I'm still sure it's a free download. Corner Pocket is beautiful because that is precisely what it does here. Okay, so precisely what it does here is it gets you into this position where instead of going to the top of the pocket, you'll actually go through the bottom. You see how I got some string here? Yeah, it actually, there's actually a hole in that pocket because I can actually get my coin into the pocket. Into the pocket. No, even from all the way over here, it will disappear and reappear into the pocket. So that is a small little portion of Corner Pocket that I absolutely love. So it does some pocket work. So learn that. But in this case, what we're actually doing is we come to this position here where we're pretending. Okay. We're merely pretending, and then we actually do it for real. Very nice. We put that down there. Now we're going to place this back into this hand over here. Very good. Now when we place it into the pocket, okay, we're actually going to take and we're going to actually try to pull that sponge through the pocket. Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. It's cool that we could do that. You're probably wondering how we could do that, and we actually do that by having two sponges, I guess. I don't know. I haven't made it that far. The spectator's hand revisited. So now you have a sponge loaded into your hand, and you've got a sponge over here, and you've got the one sponge on the table. So now you're ahead. Boom. Now 3 sponges are in play, and we're on 44. Whew, man, this is good stuff. We're going to have to create a little short video basically highlighting the new stuff that we have learned. This is exciting. This is very exciting. Thank you guys. We're almost at half an hour. This is Sponge Sorcery, but don't forget why we're here. We are here for artists playing cards, a museum in your pocket. We only need $5,300 more. Please, we got 5 days to go, which means we need $1,000 a day. Post it, share it, do whatever you need to do to get these numbers up. And there you have it. That's all we got for you today. Sponge Sorcery Part 2. We'll keep learning it. Maybe we'll revisit it tomorrow. We'll just keep hitting it until we got it. Let's take a look ahead here just to see how much more there is to learn. This is absolutely fantastic. We still have, it goes all the way up to 83, so we actually have twice as much to learn. We're only halfway through Sponge Sorcery. So thank you, everybody, and remember, check out Artists Playing Cards. 5 days left to go. We can do this. But also remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. And we'll see you in the next one. Which is tomorrow, so come back.